You've heard about Ozempic, Wegovy and Mounjaro, the so-called miracle weight loss drugs. But what happens when you stop taking them? Does the weight stay off or does it come back? And what if the weight comes back even if you carry on taking them? So let's take a closer look at what the science and real-life experience tells us. But first of all, a quick recap. Ozempic and Wegovy contain a drug called semaglutide, which is a GLP-1 receptor agonist, and Mounjaro contains a drug called tirzepatide, which is both a GLP-1 agonist and a GIP receptor agonist as well. Now, what we tend to forget is that although these drugs have really hit the press in the last couple of years with regards to their weight loss impact, they're not actually particularly new. Certainly GLP-1 receptor agonists have been around for donkey's years. We've been using them for well over a decade to treat type 2 diabetes, one of the complications of being overweight or obese. Basically, these drugs work by mimicking the effect of naturally occurring hormones that make you feel full more quickly, slow down your digestion and suppress your appetite. Sounds brilliant, doesn't it? In clinical trials, the results have been really impressive when it comes to weight loss. Semaglutide resulted in a 15% weight loss on average for those people who were taking part in the active part of the study, and tirzepatide resulted in a 21% reduction in weight, which is not only statistically significant, but is absolutely life-changing for people who are struggling with their weight. But here's the catch: the benefits do not last forever. If you're getting these drugs through insurance or on the NHS, then they're obviously costing a lot of money to whatever organisation is paying for it for you. And if you're getting them privately, they're obviously costing you a lot of money. In the UK, it's an average of about £200 a month to fund this kind of treatment yourself. So the majority of people who take these drugs are going to stop taking them at some point. And we know from the STEP 4 trial, those who stopped taking semaglutide regained around about half of the weight that they had lost. On the other hand, the evidence suggests that those who stopped taking tirzepatide regained around 2/3 of the weight that they had lost. So that's quite significant. So unfortunately, there's another twist. Even if you carry on taking the medicine, you can still regain some of the weight that you've lost. As a doctor, I've seen this in real life and have experience of numerous patients of mine losing weight initially when started on GLP-1 agonists. Their weight loss usually then plateaus around the 12 to 18 month mark, and then they gradually start putting it back on again. And this is backed up by studies as well. So long-term observational studies show that particularly in patients with type 2 diabetes, weight loss will often plateau and then gradually return even with continued treatment. So why does this happen? Well, we don't know, but it's likely that over time the body develops compensatory mechanisms which decrease the effect that the drug has, and then that inevitably leads to the regaining of some of the weight that was initially lost. So what's the takeaway? Well, GLP-1s are powerful medicines and they can have a life-changing impact on people's health. But they need to be thought of like a bridge, a way of helping people across a ravine to a land on the other side where they're able to have a much better relationship with food and where they're able to deploy healthy habits like exercising and eating well in order to maintain their weight loss in the long term. I'm Dr. Tom Cordell, and on this channel we like to cut through the hype to talk honestly about health. If you've enjoyed this video, then please do drop it a like and share it with any friends who might be curious about these medicines, and make sure you subscribe for more science-backed advice. Till next time, stay informed, stay curious, and stay healthy.